Hey, what's that damn? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag, you know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 5:10 p.m., February 9th, 2026, you know what I mean? But the upload time to this is 11:30 tonight, you know what I'm saying? And this is the second and last video of the day, you know what I mean? And there's definitely a lot of news I want to get into. Actually, two pieces of news I want to get into because, you know, there's a lot to divulge with what I'm about to say, right? Beginning with one Triple H. So apparently, right, and keep this in mind. This is coming from Melts. From that bum ass nigga Melts. Let me lower this down. This is coming from Dave Meltzer, right? We're talking about Triple H because he's saying that, you know, there are people who, you know, are second guessing Triple H with some of the WrestleMania plans and the changes and such, right? Almost to the point where it's almost Vince McMahon-like. You know what I mean? Because remember, Vince used to change stuff on the fly, right? So apparently, Triple H is doing the exact same thing, right? And I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, I am second guessing what's going on with the WrestleMania plans because I want the Braun Breaker to win. You know, the Royal Rumble, we didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted over Femi. I thought over Femi should have done something or should have won the Royal Rumble to really, you know, break onto a star. We didn't get that. But let me read exactly what's said. Right? This is courtesy of Ringside News, right? On the February 9th, 2026 edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer revealed that WWE officials are increasingly frustrated with how often creative plans have shifted behind the scenes, with Levesque taking the brunt of that criticism. What's making it worse is that the panic is happening before fans even know what the full WrestleMania card looks like. Meltzer explained that WWE actually had a complete WrestleMania lineup mapped out before the Royal Rumble. But hesitation set in once again once early ticket sales didn't match the internal expectations. Right? According to Meltzer, that uncertainty has led to pointed criticism of Levesque from within the company, with those comparing the situation to the old McMahon era of constant last-minute changes. What makes the reaction so confusing is that WWE is reacting to ticket sales without publicly committing to a card. As of now, only one match is being considered locked in: CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Everything else, including top potential matches, remain unsettled. Meltzer openly questioned the logic of shaking things up when fans been given a reason to buy yet. While WWE officials are said to be disappointed, the ticket sales, you know, which is roughly 18% behind last year, Alvarez made it clear the real problem has little to do with creative and everything to do with the cost. Right? I'm not gonna go further there. I mean, look, do I think that there are changes happening out the yeah, of course. Because yes, we don't know what's really going on. I mean, I'm assuming we'll really get to know more things after the Elimination Chamber. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and mind you, you know, with Triple H, I mean, Triple H has not had a good year creatively last year. You know what I mean? So it kind of seemed like what we're seeing now is kind of blended over, you know, what we saw last year is blended over into 2026. Right? So we don't know what the hell is going on. Right? So, but I feel like maybe Triple H is a little bit more acclimated into his role to a point where he's like, fuck it, I'm made. I don't have to worry about shit. So, fuck it. I'm going to give you guys whatever I give you, right? It's the same thing with Tony Khan and AEW, right? You know, so it's like pick your poison. You know, either you want what Levesque is giving you, or you want what fucking AEW is giving you. AEW is a lot worse than what WWE is offering. you know? So nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Nobody. You don't know. I don't know. You know, we all don't know. But I think the card might get flushed out after the Elimination Chamber. We'll see. We'll see. The other part, right? The other news in all this is, you know, AEW announced that Double or Nothing is going to be here in New York City, right? They didn't give a specific date, but it's going to be here in New York City at the Louis Armstrong Stadium, right? Louis Armstrong Stadium in Flushing, Queens, right? I'm from New York. I'm from the five boroughs, so I know where everything is at, right? This is a downgrade. This is a legitimate fucking downgrade because, you know, with Double or Nothing, first and foremost, you're in a fucking tennis stadium. You're in a motherfucking tennis stadium, right? You know, this shit is bad. These motherfuckers went from doing 19,000, right? You know, in Las Vegas to now going to a place where, you know, it does what, 14,000? And maybe it might be a little lower. That's bad. They wasn't Arthur Ashe Stadium, right? But now, like that whole strip in that part of Queens, right? Away from Citi Field, right? You know, it's just, you know, it's just little tennis stadiums here and there, right? And don't get me wrong, Flushing is a beautiful, you know, Flushing, Queens. For anybody who lives in New York, you know what I mean? Like sometimes when you ride the number 7 train, right? In certain places, it looks like Chicago. It looks like fucking Chicago. Like they got tall buildings and you know, the train's right there. It looked like fucking Chi-Town. It's beautiful, right? But that's a downgrade, B. Like you're going, like, just think about this, okay? Like I said, I'm from New York. There's only two major venues. There's only two major arenas that really matter. There's only two. There's only two. The Barclays Center here in Brooklyn and Madison Square Garden. That's it. Everywhere else outside of the five boroughs, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not disrespect. It's nothing. It's fucking nothing. Let's examine, okay? Like I said, I'm from New York. So, the UBS Arena. The UBS Arena is in the border, it's in Elmont, right? So it's in the borderline of Queens and Long Island. So that don't even count. And then you got the Nassau Coliseum, Long Island. That don't count, right? That's outside. But then we still consider it, you know what I mean? We still consider it part of New York City, right? But we're talking about the five boroughs. When we talk about New York City, it's Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Staten Island, Manhattan. That's it, right? Look at Jersey, right? Jersey, what the fuck Jersey got? Jersey had the Izod Center, right? I don't know if that's even still there, right? Outside. We're not talking about stadiums. We're talking about arenas, right? What's there? There's nothing really there, right? What about Westchester? You don't really have shit in Westchester. What? The Westchester County Center, right, in White Plains? Again, that's not, you know, that doesn't count. That doesn't fucking count. So for AEW to go to right here in Queens, in Flushing, Queens for Double or Nothing, it don't mean shit. It don't mean a fucking thing. Because think about it. Double or Nothing's supposed to have a casino theme, right? It's supposed to have a casino theme. Besides Resorts World right there by fucking I don't know what part of Queens, by Ozone Park, right? There's no fucking casinos in Flushing. You know what I mean? Like the theme doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. There's no casinos right there in Flushing. I mean, I know they're building one, but that's not happening anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Like the only like if we're talking about stadiums, the only stadium that's actually there that matters is Citi Field. That's it. You know what I mean? Other than that, there's nothing else that matters in that part of New York. You know what I mean? It's nothing. It's basically fucking nothing. It's nothing. You know, and how bad is it that these niggas downgraded all the way from, you know, from Las Vegas to now New York City? You know what I mean? Like, shit is trash. Like, and don't dare say, you know, the Manhattan, you know, the Hammerstein Ballroom and the Manhattan Center. Those are little. That's like, come on, man. Come on. Those are fucking dance. Those are, you know, those are halls. They're not fucking arenas. They're not arenas. You know what I mean? So going here doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It don't make fucking sense. You know, like, it's ridiculous. It's purely fucking ridiculous. Oh, we got Double or Nothing. It was Mayor Mandani who basically brought the fucking, who announced, you know, AEW Double or Nothing being right there in the Louis Armstrong, in Louis Armstrong Stadium. A fucking tennis stadium. You know what I mean? A fucking tennis stadium that, you know, it don't really do shit. It doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? It doesn't do a fucking thing. But yet, I know I'm going to get sickos under my comment section talking shit. You know what I mean? I'm ready, though. I'm ready. You know what I mean? You niggas wish you was at Madison Square Garden. You motherfuckers wish you was at the Barclays Center. Y'all wish. Like, the closest that y'all get, honestly, is probably the UBS Arena, right? And that's not even in the 5 boroughs, bro. That's right there in Long Island. Like, come on, man. I'm from New York. I know my I know my fucking shit. I know my shit, B. I know my shit. You know, Arthur Ashe Stadium, like, I'm shocked they're not even there. You know, like, come on, man. Like, cut it out, man. Anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. You know what I mean? I got mad shit to do for work, but I'm going to definitely holler at y'all tomorrow. Hopefully there's some news. Peace.